And take a bite. Bite of breakfast. Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Double Trouble with Connie and Barbara. And so this right here, this girl right here is Connie with just another stitch. And so this is our first hour of Double Trouble. And then the second hour will begin at 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern Time. And so we're glad that you're here. Aloha, Naomi. It is good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. And
I'm going to bring the trouble today.
Oh, no.
Look out, everyone.
I am not up for trouble, let me tell you. I had the worst nightmare last night.
It's because of Nightmare on the Yorny Streets.
I don't know, but I don't like it because this one was too real. Like, I was in a country where, and I was among all of these people, and they were going to, and there was like all these mountains with these trails and everything. And they were going to, it was like a competition, but it was awful. And so you had to run and hide. They gave you like so many hours to run and hide. And then these hunters, these like wilderness hunter men would, almost like bushmen or something, would come and hunt you. And if they found you, they you.
Uh-oh.
That was my dream. So in my dream, I'm like trying to find a place to hide. And all of the hiding places were like hide and seek places, not like save your life places, you know? And so I was like, no. I kept rejecting all the places because I was like, no. And then it evolved into something where it was like a competition. So if you hid something, if you hid a piece of like, I don't know, like a ticket or something, and they couldn't find the ticket, then you were spared. So I was the only one in the history of this competition that hid this piece and this puzzle piece or whatever. And so I was spared because, you know, I mean, it's your dream. You have to spare yourself. Anyway, how terrible is that?
Not a good dream.
No, not a good dream.
I rarely remember my dreams. I think one of the last dreams I remember, I think someone was like trying to get in our house.
Yeah.
And I kept trying to shut the door, keeping them from being able to make their way in. And I started saying stuff that I cannot repeat on YouTube.
Right.
But the crazy thing is, you know, I'm sleeping and I said it out loud.
Oh, wow.
And like Frank's just like, Connie, why were you saying that? And I was like,
yeah,
you know, I'm like, I was dreaming.
Trying to save your life. Yeah.
I was dreaming and I'm like, evidently, I started like talking in my sleep.
Wow. That's crazy, Connie. That's, you know, when I was a teenager growing up in the city, and I lived in a row house. So there were like 5 brick houses all together, and you had this little tiny front yard and steps that go up to the middle part and steps that go up to your porch. And I would dream that I would come in from outside and there would be a man standing there with a knife. He never did anything in my dream, but I had that dream over and over and over. So obviously that was a fear of mine, that there would be somebody on my porch with a knife. Anyway, it was a really big knife.
I used to have this reoccurring dream about the Glad trash bag guy, like the guy that was in the commercials from the 80s.
Yeah.
And like, every time he would sit there and say, next time I see you, I'm going to get you, you know?
Oh, wow. Oh, no. Man. Yeah. Naomi. Hi, Naomi. Naomi says, that is terrible, Barbara. That was a movie I seen years ago. I didn't like it. Maybe, it was based on a movie that I saw. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it could be. I don't remember the movie, but it could be. But yeah. Anyway, I didn't like it.
Now,
I'm not a fan.
Frank always has nightmares, and then he always talks in his sleep.
Yeah.
He says off the wall things.
Yeah.
That's my Frankie.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be fun if you could have like something that would automatically record when you talk in the middle of the night or whatever, so that you could play it back and hear what you said, That would be funny. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, my friends. Miguel, I've been missing you. I hope that you are feeling better. I know that you were not feeling very well. And Carly Creates, good morning. Good morning. How is everyone?
Are
And
y'all
Janet
awake
is
yet?
welcome. Are you awake yet?
I'm not.
No. Okay. I need some help. I need some advice. I have been crocheting hats for the children's class, right? And I knew that you were MIA due to health. I hope that you're feeling better, Miguel. I really do. So I've been over crocheting, and now my wrist is hurting, my hands are hurting. What do I do? Like, do I just have to rest them, or can I do something?
Now, I know like the fingers, you can do hand exercises, like do stuff like.
Yeah. Now see my wrist right here. If I like push right in there, that's where it's hurting. And it's still very sore. So I'm wondering if I should ice it or
Maybe
heat.
try rotating your wrist
Oh,
too.
that hurts. Yeah, I think I've overdone it. See, that hurts. That hurts. It's not like a tightness. It's like, oh, it's almost like right in there. I don't even know if I slept wrong, like I slept like, I don't know. Oh, it hurts up here too. Wow. Anyway,
It wasn't me.
you didn't hit me with a hammer, Connie. That's what it feels like. It feels like I hit myself with a hammer. Yeah. Oh, Carly says hers hurts there too. Carly, what do you do for it? Do you put ice on it, or do you just rest it? What do you do? Oh, maybe a brace. Maybe I need to buy a wrist brace. I don't know. I have hand braces that the doctor gave me, and it's molded to my hands. I can't find them, but maybe if I got a wrist brace, that would help. But wow. Mm-mm-mm. Amy, hello. Amy says, I use a compression glove and take Motrin for the swelling. Okay, I'll try that. I'll try that. I think compression gloves would feel good, don't you think? And Carly says, I just rest it for a couple of days. Okay.
I used to always wear compression gloves at church because
Yeah.
like my hands and my feet would always be cold. So I would wear it to help with the coldness.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I think that there's some spell check issues here, but let's see if we can figure out what Naomi's saying. If later we can FT, I have some exercises the therapy had me doing. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try maybe on Sunday you can show me some of your exercises that therapy had you doing. That would be good. Amy says, good morning. Good morning to you, Amy. Yay. And Michelle, good morning to you, Michelle. It's good to see you.
You notice I make the same typo whenever I was greeting Amy as I did Michelle. When I type how, I don't take my finger off the shift key quick enough and it
Yeah,
capitalizes the O.
yeah, it did.
That was my most common mistake. Like whenever I took typing classes with the
Mm-hmm.
speed test, and
Right,
you couldn't correct your mistakes, and
right,
we would have to
right.
take like 3 minute and 5 minute time writing,
Yes.
and like every time I would manage that same mistake.
Oh, man.
I always I always had to have like one error, and that was usually what it was.
Yeah. Oh, Naomi's joking with you. She said, Connie, you're part of the live. You can't be typing too. LOL.
I try to sometimes if I notice someone coming in the chat and like
Uh-huh.
when Barbara's talking, I try to greet them so they get acknowledged.
Mm-hmm. Michelle says, I'm doing fine working from home. Good for you. I'm glad because Monday, nobody wants to get out on a Monday, right? No. So last Friday, Connie, I actually got out into the world and did something other than going to the doctor. And that's been a long time since I've actually done something, anything other than going to the doctor, except for the one time in August when Mom and Tanya and I went shopping on a day on Tanya's birthday. Um, and oh, did you see what Naomi said? Sure. You're just trying to take the first spot. You
Busted,
two,
Naomi, busted.
you two and your competition. That is funny. That is funny. Oh my goodness. In just a second, we're going to get to Connie's hat because it is amazing. We're going to talk about that. Michelle says, I work from home on Mondays and Fridays, in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Good for you. That's awesome. Um, so Friday, I was at Dollywood, and it was the first time in forever. The last time I went to Dollywood was 19 years ago. So, and that was my first time. So this was only my second time. 2 times in 20 years, that's pretty good. But it was just fun getting out and, you know, being in the middle of people and seeing, you know, doing some people watching. And it was really interesting because right before we did our live, Connie, I was sitting on this wall and it was a like a mid-sized wall, so I could sit easily. And there were pumpkins all around my feet, and there were people walking back and forth, and there were little kids whining for a toy. And then there were kids that one little boy bit his sister in the arm.
Oh
And
wow.
no, it was the girl. The little sister bit the big brother in the arm. Now, big brother was only about 4, and the little sister was 2. So, you know, so I'm watching these families, and I'm like, I say I miss my kids when they were little, but do I really miss this? I don't know. you know.
Those
Anyway,
those
it
pumpkins,
was
they were gorgeous.
the pumpkins. And that wasn't like I didn't even get pictures of the biggest pumpkins. Like there were pumpkins that were almost 700 pounds that she had on display. She had about 100 super large pumpkins, and she put a big sign next to each one that said the name of the grower, the city and state where it was grown, and how much it weighed. It was so amazing, all of those pumpkins. And
I wish you would have gotten a picture of the big one.
I know. I'm gonna see if Tanya or anybody else that was the other family that was with us, if they got any pictures of the big pumpkins and see if I can share one because they were so big. They were like, whoa, like
And
they
Barbara
were
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Barbara did share some of her Dollywood pictures, and they're going to be in the Joy video around the
Yay.
15th, hopefully.
Yay.
I gotta start working on that video.
Oh my.
It's like I try to catch up, and then I just keep getting behind.
Yes, that happens. Carly says, I went to Pumpkin Patch with great grandchildren this weekend. That's so fun.
Ooh, I want to go.
Hmm.
Pack me in y'all trunk, and I'll go with y'all.
Come on, Carl. Come on, Carl.
You
Straighten
sure
up,
you
dude.
want to show Coral to me?
There you go.
You
Are
might
you
want to.
hungry? I don't want to show Carl to you. I don't want you to eat my Carl.
You might want to protect Coral.
Yeah, I will.
Poor Coral.
Poor Carl. So yeah, so that was a lot of fun. But so much walking. And according to one of the signs there, Dolly has over 12,000 pumpkins for the Great Pumpkin Patch, is what
Ooh.
she calls it. And so it is really fun.
Ooh.
It is really fun. It's so pretty. So pretty. Of course, and then there's music everywhere. Um, and we went through the Dolly Museum and got to see some of her outfits that she wore. I mean, they were all, oh my gosh, she's so tiny in the waist. Like her waist is like this big. It's so tiny. And
Now, one thing about Dolly that I used to never know is how she
uh
wears wigs.
yes,
And
yes,
like, if you see her without the wigs, without the makeup, it don't even look like her.
yeah. I've actually never seen her without the wig.
I
Um,
I looked it up online and saw a picture.
oh,
I mean,
okay.
totally different.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would say. Um, so I was hoping that maybe she felt a little better and maybe I would see her at the park, but she wasn't. She wasn't at the park, so that's okay.
Aw.
Um, but she's been under the weather health-wise, so I kind of didn't expect to see her, but you kind of hope sometimes because every now and then she'll show up. And so we rode the train and went through the
Ooh.
museum and then which was really interactive. It was really fun. Got to see a couple of her guitars. Her guitars are fancier than she is even. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
they're so pretty. But anyway, so Connie, there's something new on your head. Tell us about it.
This is a new design I finished yesterday. It's a houndstooth witch's hat.
Isn't
And you
that
got the
pretty,
little
guys?
point up here.
Hmm.
So I got this finished. And for those that didn't see my other recent designs, I did a Beetlejuice inspired
Yep.
witch's hat.
Yep.
And I did a beanie with the same colorway.
Hmm. That's
Different
cute.
different stitch though. And
Hmm.
last night I started a Santa hat.
Woo!
But I'm trying
Nice.
to figure out what stitch I want to use because
Oh.
I kind of was thinking a puff type stitch.
Hmm.
Um, but the stitch that I really like was the same stitch I used in the witch hat, and I kind of wanted a different stitch.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then I looked at some other stitches last night that I might play with.
Nice.
Um, but I kind of want a stitch that will pop. But you see, that's what I had done
Hmm.
but I don't know. I think I'm gonna play with some of the other stitches,
Yeah.
see if I like that. But
Yeah.
I don't want my hat to be like the basic plain Jane, stitching for a Santa hat. I want fancy stitching.
Right. Right.
So that's
That
what I'm
sounds
trying to do.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I did notice this Santa hat that I had started making one year,
Uh-huh.
and I love this hat because it was different. It had like the Celtic weave brim,
Mm.
which I thought that was unique. And then the rest of it looked like a typical Santa hat.
Right.
And
Right.
I had started it, and then I didn't pick it back up, and I didn't remember where I left off. I didn't
Oh,
write
yeah.
it down.
Yeah, that's a
And
challenge.
a few weeks ago, I was searching and searching for this pattern, could not find it. And I even found like the video I put out where I talked about it.
Right.
Clicked on the link. It said that the video was now private. I was
Oh
like,
no.
no. Well, yesterday I was searching and I happened to type in the same way I searched before,
Hmm.
and it popped back up.
Oh, good.
And it looked like she had just put the video back up
Oh,
because it
good.
showed like a day ago or something, or 2 days
Yes.
ago. So evidently she took it down and put it back up. But I'm
Oh,
like,
good.
yes, I can make it now
That's
when I have a
awesome.
chance.
That's awesome.
Well,
Carly is asking, is houndstooth stitch hard?
no, it looks like it would be, but literally all you're doing is like you'll do one round black and you'll do single crochet, double crochet, and single crochet, double crochet, single, double. And you do that all the way around. Then you get to the next round, then you use like the white yarn. And
Right.
then it would be the opposite, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, all
Right.
the way around. So where you single crochet in the previous row, you would double crochet, and
Right.
then vice versa.
Right.
Oh,
So
and
it's
then
giving that big little, big little, big little look that once you do the white, black, it just kind of makes that houndstooth design, doesn't it?
yes, and then you just keep repeating those 2 rows
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
and that's what gives it the look
Right.
where it looks complicated, but it's not. And
Right.
like I just carried my yarn up, so
Right.
you
Nice.
know,
Yes, because you're just starting and stopping at the same row. Now, when you do your increases and decreases, I'm assuming that you have to make sure that you do it by two so that you keep the big little going. Is that correct?
kind of, but not exactly. Because
Yeah.
I was kind of like, how do I increase the houndstooth stitch?
Right.
And I'm looking at other people's patterns to see how they increase.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what you would do is you single crochet in the first stitch, then like the second stitch you would double crochet, single crochet, double crochet.
Right.
So you would do
Because you
3
have, yeah,
stitches. So
yeah,
that way it stays with the pattern with the
right.
other stitches.
That's kind of what I meant when I said you have to do two stitches to increase. So you're doing the normal stitch and then you're doing two stitches because you have to keep that big little, that single, double, or double, single pattern going. So that's interesting. So you're actually in the section where you're increasing, let's say it was a double crochet. So then you would have to do a single crochet, double crochet, because they're paired together. So if you increase a single, you have to increase a double, or if you increase a double, you have to increase a single. That makes sense. Very good.
I have the sneezies.
Do you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But
I've
yeah,
got a little bit of scrambled egg here that was left over from yesterday, so I re-warmed it up, and that's what I'm snacking on because I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to do more protein and less carb. I'm not going carb free. I love my bread, but I'm trying to be a little better, you know. So you inspire me, and Tanya inspires me. So yeah. And Amy wants to know, what yarn do you use for clothing items and hats? Red Heart itches me, so I can't use it. What yarn do you use, Connie?
I like using Big Twist a lot and
Mm-hmm.
Hirschner's 4-weight yarn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And my go-to seems to be well, my go-to is the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn because it's soft. But then every now and then I'll throw in something different like lion brand yarn, or something a little bit different. But really my favorite is I love this yarn. I know that you also will purchase ice yarns. Is that a good yarn to use for wearables?
Usually, I mostly have made shawls and beanies with the ice
Okay.
yarn. But I would think, like, even with like sweaters, a lot of it would probably be good. And they also have so many different types.
True.
Um, but now my knit sweater I'm using the ice yarn, charm yarn.
Uh-huh. Nice. Naomi, Aloha Crochet with Naomi, says Karen Simply Soft is also good. And that is a really nice soft yarn. It is so soft. I find it to be, it says it's a 4-weight yarn. My heart says it's a 3-weight yarn because it's just a little bit thinner than, the nice fluffy 4-weight yarn. But it's really a beautiful yarn. It really is. And because it's a lighter weight 4, it has a really nice drape once you make whatever you're making. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like initially I would get the Red Heart Super Saver. And then I learned about Big Twist, and that was my go-to. And then
Right.
with Joann's being shut down, well, at
Oh, I
first
know.
we didn't know the fate of Big
The Big
Twist.
Twist. Right.
So I started trying Hirschner's worsted. Now,
Uh-huh.
the only thing I find with the Hirschner's worsted, it can be clingy.
Oh.
But someone had said if you roll it up, like wind it in a ball, and then
Uh-huh.
work with it, you don't get the clinginess. But I
Oh.
mean, it's still, I mean, it works up fine. It's just when you're handling it, you can feel that static electricity. So,
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I wonder
but
what makes it so staticky.
I don't know, but I mean, I do love it, and I love some of their colors.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's her face. I was wondering where it went. It's behind your hat. Oh, I do love that hat. That hat,
Thank you.
that hat is an elegant hat, because the houndstooth really elevates any design, don't you think?
I know I love that stitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Naomi says, I make most of my wearable with Hobby Lobby brand, Karen Simply Soft, and soft cottons. Like I love this cotton. And the I love this cotton. Connie, have you ever used I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby?
I don't know if I've used the cotton. I know I've used the acrylic.
So the
Oh,
cotton comes in a skein. It's not in the ball like the kitchen cotton is what I would call it. And it is so soft and has a drape like you wouldn't believe. Um,
I need to stock up on cotton yarn because, like, when I make bucket hats,
yes,
it's like I want cotton yarn, and I don't have that much in my stash.
right, right,
Even though
definitely.
even though I have a good bit of yarn.
Yeah, yeah. You do have a good bit of yarn, but I find even with my good bit of yarn, I still need yarn.
I
So
know. And
kind of
Frank's uncle
crazy.
and
Yeah.
Frank's uncle was wanting me to get rid of my yarn, a good bit of my yarn.
No way. No way.
I was like,
Shut that negativity down. We don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that negative talk.
exactly.
Oh, I need some more. So I've discovered that I really love the balls of cotton yarn to make dishcloths and things with because it's a little sturdier. The skeins of I love this cotton is very soft, which would make a really nice, top or a tank top for summer or something like that, right? Or even it would make a really nice, like if you got the off-white, if you needed a shawl or like a small wrap or something for something elegant, a wedding, summer wedding you were going to that went into the evening and you just needed a little something for your shoulders, or if you're in
Ooh la
church and
la.
you just yeah, I know. But the balls of cotton yarn, the kitchen yarn, is really what I like to use for dishcloths and things because it just seems to hold up better. It's not so floppy. You know what I mean?
See, that's another thing that I need to get more cotton yarn for, is so I can make some like wash rags and
Yes.
dishcloths.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Um my summer of the dishcloth, I went crazy making dishcloths and things. And so even now, I've noticed that in the drawer it's hard to find a dishcloth. So I'm gonna have to restock some of the dishcloths and things. But look what Naomi says. Hi, my name is Naomi and I rescue yarn. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
But it's true. Frank's uncle, when the repairs were being done, he's all like, "That's more yarn than you'll ever use in your lifetime." Yada yada yada. And I'm just like, "You don't get it because you
Yeah.
need different types of yarn based on what you're trying to make."
Right. Right.
And then I was like, I was kind of like, well, you can go through yarn pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can.
And it's like, more than likely I will use all the yarn.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
People just
I
don't
mean,
understand.
no, they just don't understand us. But us yarny people, we understand. And as soon as somebody says, you don't need that yarn, you need to get rid of it, there's like a gasp in the room and all the air gets sucked out of the room because we're like, no.
But no, he wanted us to get rid of practically everything. He would
Just
try to
because
get
he didn't value it. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
but we also know he kind of had throwaway hands whenever
Oh,
the work was being done on our house.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know he got rid of your console or the thing where your TV was at your
Well,
like
that I think was more the workers' fault, because
oh,
for some reason when they moved it out the house, they put it in the middle of our front yard, and then it rained,
oh my
and it was
gosh.
particle board.
Yes. So obviously we know what happened. It fell apart. It soaked up the rain. It became a mess, didn't it? But you have
And
a
then,
really pretty one now with a
yeah,
fireplace in it. So
I
that's
love the one
nice.
we have now.
Yeah. But I do miss your shelves that you used to have all your like your bookcase thing. They were pretty, and you used to have your angels on it, and then you put your amigurumi on it, and it was, it was really pretty.
We actually they didn't throw the shelves out. It's in our garage, but
Oh, okay.
the thing is, I don't know if it could even be put back up.
Oh,
No, it cannot be put back up because the way it was manufactured back in the 1940s meant that you would have had to reconnect all the nails first through and then mount the entire thing. You would have needed like 3 or 4 people, one of which would be to guide the nails in or to make. So yeah, we try not to talk about it because it raises our blood pressure.
I see that. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Biscuit. It's good to see you,
Good morning,
friend.
Barbara.
If you blink, you'll miss the biscuit.
I guess. But he did have something very specific to say, and obviously he has thought about that long and hard.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Oh,
And
goodness
and
gracious.
even like when they took it down, the original walling, I mean, you could see like there were like big nail holes.
Wow.
But
Crazy.
but
My
sometimes
goodness.
I like the fact that I had like where I could put decorations out more, especially my
Yeah.
amigurumis.
Yeah. Now I do know I've bought some like these shelving units right here behind me, the white ones. I bought those at Walmart. And it's a set of 4, but like you could get one like every other month or something, like put it in your budget, and get one every other month, and I had to put them together. They come in different colors, but then you could slowly build yourself a cubby where you could put, of course, your cats might decide, oh, these are cubbies for us.
Would they do that?
Maybe not. I don't. Yes, they would.
Now I had been looking at getting possibly like a bookshelf to put
Uh-huh.
where I would have some shelves.
Yeah.
Now the only thing is like the recliners or like over here. So there'd have to be enough room for the recliner.
Right.
But your idea might work better too, because then it could be higher up.
Yeah, you could stack them as high as you want. Like these are 2 wide and 3 high, or if you turn it the other way, 3 wide and 2 high, because they're just squares. So they're cubbies. So you can turn them any which way. Um, and I had them all flat, like 3 wide and all flat along one wall. But then when we changed things around, I put them behind me, and they're taller. So um, and they go pretty tall. See, so yeah, I think that they're about 10 by 10. Oh yeah, you got a nice tall area there too.
Naomi was asking about the Gorlin. I don't know how well
Oh,
that
okay.
showed it.
Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Naomi, it's like blue flowers with a little yellow inside.
Yeah.
They're so pretty.
Let me see if I can find the pattern I used real quick. I think I had it bookmarked.
Your name is blocking your face, Connie.
Okay, I'll fix it. I
It
was
is
also
so
bending
pretty.
over. I
There
was
you are.
also bending down too.
Oh, okay. Well, that didn't help, did it? Yeah.
All right. I'm
Naomi says that's very pretty, and it is.
I'm sending you
Oh, good.
the
Okay.
link so you can pull up.
Okay. Flower garland. Oh, how pretty is that?
I
Oh,
just did it
wow. That is
different.
really pretty.
I just did different colors, but
Yes. That's pretty in the white and yellow too. Yeah. And you also did some with sunflowers, and
yeah,
those are gorgeous. Have you hung those yet?
not yet. I need to hang them. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can find. Here's the
Oh, there
sunflower.
it is. How pretty. Is that the same designer? It
Yeah,
is. Yes. That's so pretty.
yeah. I still need to hang those,
Mhm. Mhm.
but I kind of like. I need to figure out what I'm going to use to hang them. The ones on these windows, I use the command strips, but I don't know. I had a lot of trouble with them, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I may try using tacks or something.
Yeah. You never know. Um, Now what kind of curtain rod are your curtains on? Because it's possible if it's a spring rod, it's possible you could like take it slightly down and maybe do a loop and loop it and loop it and then put it back up so that it's actually connected to the ends of your curtain rod. I don't know if that would work.
It's inexpensive rods from Walmart.
Okay. Good.
Now a few were some rods I had gotten from yard sales,
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah. Now I wish I had like the really pretty rods, but those are so expensive.
Yeah, they are. They are. And that's okay. You've got your curtains up and the rods are, the only thing with the rods, they're there to hold up your curtains, so it's okay that they're not like super fancy or anything. Um, you've got your really pretty swag going on there, and that's fancying it up. I think sometimes simpler is better. Um, so yeah, it's very pretty, very pretty.
And one of these
Um,
days I'll finally paint the, what do you call them? Like the border around the window.
oh yeah, yeah. Is it just wood? That's what I have on
It
my windows, just
depends.
wood.
Like this side is how it was before, which
Okay.
needs to be painted desperately. And this side is just wood.
Right, right, right. Yeah. I have wood around my windows, but I just left them. It's stained, but I just left the wood. I'm not going to paint it. I like that wood look. So,
See, like that window, it's the old. They didn't replace any of the wood. Now the other
right,
window, that one is wood.
right, right, right. Well, I love just being able to think and try to figure out, different ways to decorate and whatnot. Um, so we've been in this house for 2 years now, and I'm finally wrapping my head around like what kind of curtain I want for the living room. I don't even have any, well, we don't have any neighbors here. Like it's just all woods and we're out in the middle of nowhere. So like having a curtain has not been a priority for me. But you know, but I'm at the stage now, 2 years in the house, and I'm thinking about, what kind of curtain to put, and what this and that and everything. And so it's kind of fun to think about. But I've also thought, like about the curtain rods, and I think just having a nice little spring rod that you can put on the inside of your window that's not attaching to anything, or, unless you were going to go on, full on Hollywood and do the big fancy drapes and whatever, with the big curtain rods and all that stuff. But if you're not going to do that, then you might as well just do a simple spring rod. Tanya, good morning. She says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes.
I was
Yay.
typing her name. I so misspelled it. And then I added a space. Sorry, Tanya.
You're just getting all fancy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, Tanya says she's good today. That's good. That's good. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. It's interesting. So, I was thinking with, you've got your garland this way. Well, I was thinking like in the kitchen, I was going to do like garland this way and do little various color flowers and have it actually hanging down. I was thinking how that would work.
See,
I don't know if I
I
would get
thought
tired of
about,
it.
because our living room and kitchen, there's like a big open space.
Uh-huh.
And I thought about doing kind of like sunflower curtains or something,
Yes.
like garland going down. But then
Yes.
Frank brought up one thing,
The cats.
that they would be going crazy on it, destroying it.
They would. Oh my goodness, they'd be like, "Thank you, Mama, for the for the toy." Oh my goodness, they'd be sitting there doing this all day long and trying
As
to climb.
it is, they play in the curtains, and it's like, no.
Yes, cats do play in the curtains. Now, have Ollie and Charlie actually climbed your curtains yet?
I don't know if they per se climbed them, but the one over the kitchen sink, they bent it.
Oh,
I don't know what they did. They did it overnight.
oh my. Oh no.
So I think we need to change that curtain rod out and then put a thing in the middle. But the issue is being able to get that high up.
Yeah. Yeah. It is an issue. It can be an issue, definitely. Yeah.
And Frank can't climb as well. I can climb more than him, but I'm shorter.
Right. Right. So where he might have to go up 2 steps, you would have to go up 4 or 5 just to be able to reach it. Yeah. So you'd have to climb higher. Yeah. Oh boy.
And I worry about him climbing because of his dizzy spells.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't want that. That could be a disaster. Yeah.
Did I tell you what happened when we got the entertainment center?
No.
FedEx dropped it off. This thing weighed like 130 pounds.
Wow.
And was trying to get it in the house.
Yeah.
And Frank was bending over, and he had one of his spells, and it was like the worst one he ever had.
Wow.
And luckily, the FedEx lady had some medical background, so she was able to help hold him up. Now, I was trying to too. I don't know how much good my holding up was. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, he would have fallen.
Wow. That's a good thing that she was there, because when you were saying it, I was picturing him actually falling on the ground.
He would have.
Wow. That's not good. That is not good.
And then like he'll try to keep me from doing it because and I'm just kind of like, okay, let me try to do it.
Yeah.
And all.
Well, he doesn't want you to get hurt either. So
and he knows I can't lift as much as him.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. That's challenging, definitely.
Well, he can't, like, I don't know, you'd say per se, lift, because it's more pushing.
Yeah. 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 but still he's stronger. Men are built differently, and they have more muscle mass than women, and they're just stronger, unless you're a woman who body builds or whatever like that. In my experience, men are typically stronger. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's been fun chatting with you, Connie. We've chatted about a couple different things, touched on yarn and decorating, and so it's been fun just chit-chatting with you this morning. I hope everyone is having a great Monday. And listen, Monday is the day that we get to set the tone for the rest of the week. And so let's go into this Monday with a positive attitude. Obviously, if something is sucky, then it's sucky, and we'll just have to deal with it. But let's not pretend like it's not and lie to ourselves. That positivity sometimes can get a little toxic if you're not acknowledging, what is wrong with whatever. But stay off of social media as much as you can, except for, of course, our YouTube channel, right, Connie? But stay off of social media as much as you can. Don't watch the news any more than you have to, just to get, a little gleaning of what's happening. You don't want to have your head in the sand, but also, your our spirits, our souls were not meant to absorb the whole world's trouble. And now with social media and with, all the news, we get the news from every corner of the world. Our spirits were only meant to handle our little circle of the world. God is the only one that can handle all of the troubles of the world. And so staying away from, news, maybe catch a little bit of it, but stay away from it all day. Don't obsess over it, because
I
it'll
watch
just
some
hurt your spirit.
crazy stuff at night. I hit the Facebook and I watch reels, and
There you go.
I'd get in trouble on YouTube if I talk about some of the stuff I watch, but it's quite fascinating and interesting.
Oh my goodness.
And some of the stuff, I do think there's something to it. I really do.
Yeah. I bet. Now, my main things: chickens, kittens, and puppies. Chickens, kittens, and puppies. That's the thing that I try to stick to. And sometimes some funny things. But, even with all of that, there's a lot of AI puppies and, a kitten riding on the back of a tiger walking up to somebody's house. Come on, that's AI. I don't have time for that. I want reality, fun, cute, real. But
there's this one called Restaurant Stories, and she'll put on little skits about crazy things that happen, as a worker in a restaurant. But some of them are based on true stories.
Right.
So,
those are wild, huh? Oh no, Naomi's getting in trouble. She's shopping. I bet she's shopping for yarn. Online. Is that what you're doing, Naomi? Are you shopping for yarn?
Yarn in my court.
I know.
Fill that court with yarn.
Yes. Okay, so I'm throwing yarn balls in your window. So everybody catch it. I'm giving away yarn right here. Throwing yarn balls. Okay. Did you catch
Ollie Wally, you want to say hi to Auntie Barbara?
Come here, Ollie.
Here, Ollie. He looking. Charlie coming this way. Charlie, you want to say hi? Oh, he walked off.
Uh-oh. He said, not this time, Mama. Not this time. Maybe later. Oh. All right, Connie, I'm going to let you sign off first, and then I'll sign off. And then we're going to wait a half hour and, do some things around the house, do what you need to do. And then let's head on over to Connie's channel, Just Another Stitch, for the second hour of Double Trouble. Part 2. Yeah.
Just Another Stitch. And I do want to mention, yesterday I was exhausted yesterday because Barbara wore me out last week.
Listen, Connie. Listen, Linda. It wasn't my fault.
Barbara's probably like, Connie wore me out.
You did. You wore me out. I was like, oh, Lordy, I don't think I can handle
No.
much more.
But I was tired yesterday, so I rescheduled the bingo live. Bingo is now going to be this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard.
Yay. 3 p.m. Central Time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
it's still
that's
happening.
Good. Still
but
happening.
I was like, I need a break yesterday. We've been live I had an extra live because I went live Saturday.
And I went live Sunday.
But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then now Monday. Wow.
Yeah. And twice on Monday. All right.
But yeah, okay.
So go ahead and do your sign off, and then we'll see you at 10:30, 9:30, depending on your time zone.
I hope everyone has a fabulous Yoni day. Be the light. Always remember to be the best, sparkly you that you can be. Be cool, be kind, and boo!
Oh.
Boo! Boo! Bye, everyone.
You're crazy. Okay, and
I can't do it without laughing.
Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you in a half hour. And then I'll also see you on Wednesday morning for my Whip Wednesday on my channel. So hold on, and I'll see you soon.